Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The time has finally come to make make this podcast. um, this is something that I have been thinking about doing actually for a good little while now. And yesterday a close friend of mine, I'll plug her in. Her name was Adelina. A couple you know her, a couple you don't. But she after I uploaded the videos and everything that I that I put up and stuff, she's like, you know what, you should start a podcast. And I was at work and I thought about it and I said, you know what, that sounds like a great idea. I'm gonna finally do it. So here I am. I This is the first episode of my podcast. Um, For right now, I believe I'm going to stick with the name The Kickback Podcast. The reason why I call that is because I want this to be a very open, safe, relaxing environment. I want people to, just feel like they're cool. Everything is nice. You can listen to this while doing anything and stuff like that. Um, so just come on in, kick back, and relax. um, so I kind of wanted to take this episode and basically just do an introduction of me, um, what I'm going to be doing, and and just kind of just freestyling this episode today. Like I said, just getting like my background of just me and everything, and just introducing myself because I feel like this is the platform that I want to use to for people to get to know me better, for people to understand me, and just to get more conversation going about a lot of these different things. Um, so basically, what I want to use this podcast for is I if you know me personally, you know that I'm a person that loves to help people. I love to inspire others. I love to bring happiness to others. And it's always been some sort of mission for me to figure out how I can do that on a creative level because I am a artist. I am an artist. I am a creator. I am an innovator. I like to use my mind and create different things to basically do what I want. Um, so, you know, I love music. So a lot of people know me for wanting just to do music and to help people through music and everything, which is still something obviously that I am working on. Um, I want to work on like fashion too. That'd be amazing. Hell, work on movies or work with just art and stuff. But a podcast was something I definitely thought of doing for a while. One podcast that actually inspired me a lot was the Joe Budden podcast. He's a rapper, and he has a podcast with his friends and stuff, and they just talk about like the culture, music, just all these different things, and it's a really great podcast. If you want good laughs and if if you like music and just you know guys talking shit and, and stuff like that, definitely go check them out. They're super super cool. But they were definitely the podcast that inspired me to want to do a podcast for myself. But yeah, I definitely got that charge in me, that jump start to do this. Yesterday when my friend Adelina hit me up and she said, "Hey, like you should start a podcast," and I'm like, I'm gonna finally do it. I'm gonna do this one way or another. I'm gonna figure it out. Um, but yeah, so just back to the whole reason behind this. So I want to open the floor, um, to just discuss different things, talk about things that us, because majority of my audience right now is just like young adults like me. But it could be anyone, it could be a 10-year-old, it could be a 50-year-old, it could be a 26-year-old, 7-year-old, like it doesn't matter who. This is open to anyone. Um, but I definitely wanted to just open the floor about different topics, about life, about um, things that are going on with me, and just pretty much anything. I want to use this just to talk about anything and everything. Um, I'm gonna find I'm gonna and this is just my first time doing this, so obviously there's gonna be things to be tweaked, things to be made better, um, and yeah, like it's definitely gonna it's definitely gonna be a great experience. I think that this is something that I'm gonna enjoy a lot. Um, I don't. So yeah. So as of right now, I don't have a set schedule of when I'm gonna upload these things. I was, yesterday I was just in my head creating all this stuff. So this is obviously just gonna be. I have a lot of free time before I go into work today. So I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna get right to it because it's better just to get it going now. Versus delaying it. So so yeah. So let's get into me. So my name is William Arcila. I am 19 years old. I was born September 8th, 2001. I'm a Virgo, if anyone cares. um, and just a bit about me. You know, I I'm a very I'm a very interesting person, to say the least. I'm a very interesting person. I have a lot of just ideas, a lot of crazy things that go on in my head. Um, I am a person that, um, and like I said, I love to, help and inspire others. I love to, just really bring people together and show people that there's a better way to live life. Um, so I I graduated high school already. As of right now, I am not going to college just due to some personal things going on. I don't want to get into it, but right now I'm working. I have a job at Publix. I'm working there. I also work at a GameStop, and yeah, and those are just my two jobs. And basically, on my free time, I'm here home, or I try to go out whenever I can. Try to just have fun, and obviously, being responsible, of course. With COVID and COVID and everything. I like to go out to eat and just um, watch movies or play video games or hang out with people and stuff like that. I'm a very social person. I like to tell people I'm an extroverted introvert, and the reason why I say that is because I can be very open. I can be very just very out there. Like I'm very friendly. Like I try to tell people, if you don't like if you can't get along with me, then there's something wrong with you. And I don't mean that in a narcissistic way. What I mean by that is, like, I'm so easy to get along with that if you for some reason can't find a way to get along with me, then it's not me, it's you. Like that's what I mean. I don't mean like, oh, I'm the best person and I'm whatever. But um I'm very easy to get along with. And I'm very outgoing. I'm very open. I can talk about anything and everything. I'm very, very open like that. Um, by the way, too, just quick little side note. It's such a great atmosphere here. I wish I'm gonna try to get video of like me or whatever. For right now, I'm gonna just try to have just like background images, like GIFs or whatever for the moment. But when I figure out how to, like, record myself, like where it'd be nice quality and it'll be good and everything, like I'm gonna get that, because right now it's raining. It's nice and dark. It's a nice vibe. It's that vibe that everyone likes. That you could just sit back, watch a movie, eat some food. Definitely, like if you have your partner, cuddling with them and or taking a nap. Like it is that perfect weather. It's been raining so far all morning, so I love it. Like I said, I wish that I could like have this atmosphere to show you, but I will get there eventually. I promise. Back to the conversation though. So the thing, so with me, I'm very, I'm me. Like that. That's the best part about me. It's just I am true to myself. I'm 100% me. There's not, I'm not trying to imitate anybody. I'm not trying to be like anybody. I am just me. With that being said, I used to be a follower. I used to be someone who very much tried to please others too much instead of pleasing myself. I I've been there before. Not to ever be said that I'm always perfect and I'm always the best. Like, cause I make mistakes too. We all make mistakes, but that's a part of being human. As long as we learn from them, that's the most important part. And and that's just that's how we get through life. We make mistakes. We do great things. We take experiences from both of those things. We use it. We learn from it, analyze it, and we move forward and we grow with it. Um, so it's like I said, I've made my fair share of mistakes. I've made great decisions. I've done great things. Um, like I said, we've all been there before. So, um, I want people to really know who I am and understand me. And I feel like with me doing this podcast, it's definitely going to be better for that, because you're as as I'm spreading knowledge with just talking about different things and my viewpoints on it and stuff, you know, people are going to get to know about more about me, but at the same time know more about themselves because maybe they haven't had that type of conversation with themselves yet or just conversation with other people, and that's something I definitely wanted to get into. I want to get an emotion. I want people to start having these conversations more, talking about it more. And and it's a beautiful thing to see a lot of these things on social media already where people have pages dedicated to talking about life and giving advice and help and everything. And I think it's a wonderful thing. It's one of the things that social media can actually be used for in a very healthy way. Um, so like that's something that like I said, I'm kind of adding on to that, but with my own podcast. Um, so like so that's what I want to do. I want to help people. I want to inspire. I want to bring just good vibes. In the most real way. I want to bring good vibes to anywhere I go. If I can make someone smile, that makes my day. If I can make someone feel good, happy, that makes me happy. And of course, I make myself happy as well. Um, but the journey to being who I am today, um, and being, very confident, very happy, very self-sufficient, it hasn't always been like this. And this is, perfect segue to talk about um, my battle with depression. Um, this is something very major about me because this was a major shift in my life where I switched over from being a follower to being who I am today. Excuse me. Um, so I feel like, this is something that I want a lot of people to know because I want people to know that they're not alone, that I have struggled with, very bad, depression, like on the brink of, like I said, losing it all. Um, I've been there before. So I want to talk about that little journey, um, and just to kind of, like I said, show the transformation from from where I was at that moment to being who I am currently at this moment in time. Um, so just to create a timeline for you, this was back in, I don't know if it was 20, I don't know if it was 2017 or 2018. Excuse me. Sorry, there we go. Um, one more time. Sorry again. But this was back in 2017, 2018, whenever Irma was there. Actually, let me see. When was Hurricane Irma? Okay, yeah, so 2017, yeah. So yeah, and by the way, like I'm gonna be searching up different things too, like just to search up information about certain things, because I like to be educated, so I want to make sure that with certain things that I talk about, if I as I'm talking about it have a question about it, I want to be like, okay, let me search this up and figure it out. So I have my iPad here, and my laptop is currently updating because I'm going to be using that for a lot of what I'm going to do too. But so yeah, so Hurricane Irma was 2017. So in 2017, you know, Irma was here. It was a pretty serious hurricane, and I was stuck in my house, of course. And for me, I don't like to be stuck in my house for too long because of what happened, which was basically I just became very sad. I became very depressed. I didn't have much to do, and yeah, I could have played my video games, could have watched movies, TV, whatever. But it just you get to how you get to that point where you just feel like, hey, this is just it's not doing it anymore, and that's what I felt. And basically, I just started to fall down this rabbit hole of just becoming depressed. All of my thoughts were just very negative. I felt very alone. I felt like no one cared about me, no one loved me, no one could see the good in me. Everyone just, I thought everyone was just making fun of me. I let a lot of bullying get to me. So, like that's something that I struggled with. And, it reached to the point where I didn't tell anyone about it. I just was very, like I said, just very depressed. I had a lot of thoughts about suicide, but thank God I never made any attempts or I never did anything to hurt myself in any way. Um, but I was there. I was down like in the lowest part of my life. That was probably the lowest part of my life. Um, and and it sucked. It really sucked, and it felt terrible, and I knew it. I knew it, but I couldn't find a way to get out of it. And there's a lot of things just going on in my head, and and you become consumed by your thoughts, and it's very overwhelming. It's very tiring. It's very just exhausting. It's a lot. So um, you know there's a point though where my parents they eventually found out because I was posting on social media things that sounded crazy, for the people that know me and saw that part of me. You know what I'm talking about. But I was just posting a lot of very obvious, like, hey, I need help, like this is a cry for help. But I didn't want to draw the attention, but I was drawing it like regardless. So my parents had found out because I know, like I said, I wasn't telling anyone. When my parents found out, and they were like, "Hey, look, like we can get you a therapist, or a psychologist, or whoever, like whatever you need help with, like we can get that for you." And at that moment, I thought about it, and I said, "No." I said, "Don't do that. Don't waste your money. Don't get it for me." And you're probably thinking, "Well, why would you decline the help?" And I said to myself in that moment, I said, "You know what? No." I said, "I'm gonna figure this out on my own. I'm going to figure this. I'm gonna figure this out, and I'm gonna do it on my own because I got myself here, and I'm gonna get myself out." And that was exactly my thinking. So when I started to realize, like, this is now a major issue, and I want to get through this, I started to just sit back and I said, okay, let's ask myself these questions. Why am I letting people affect me? Why am I letting people hurt me? Because like I said, a lot of these things was just bullying, being the bad end of the stick of jokes, just being used, just in the sense of just like, oh, like I'm being a good friend for you, but I'm not getting anything in return. Um, and just not feeling welcome, appreciated, or anything. Um, so I asked myself all these questions, and I started to answer them bit by bit. And and then one day, eventually, I kind of just got out of that slump in my life, and I just became a new person. I started to slowly, bit by bit, fix all these issues that I had, and once I did that, I was unstoppable. And at this moment, I still am. I, like, no one could offend me anymore. No one could bother me anymore. No one could make me feel a certain way. No one could tell me what to do, because now William was in charge, no one else. You know what I'm saying? So in the moment of realization, I just became very aware of just everything so much more. I felt a lot better. I started just to improve on everything, and people noticed that difference. People were like, "Whoa, like you're a lot more confident, and you're feeling good, and da da da." Like, and it was great to know that people were seeing that this new version of me was coming out, and they could see the improvement, and eventually I became who I am today, and I'm very happy. I'm very proud of myself for realizing that, hey, I can do this. I can make it out. I can survive. I can be happy. Um, and so that for me, like I said, it was a very important moment in my life, because if I didn't go through that, I probably would still kind of be the same person that I was before, which wasn't the person that I wanted to be. So I'm very grateful that that happened. Um, you know, it was a huge learning experience. It was very, emotional. It was crazy. It was a crazy time, and this didn't happen within a week or a month or so. This took a lot of time. So I don't want people to think that I just got through this and it was the easiest thing in the world, like it was no, like it took a lot of time. There's days where I still felt bad even in my days of improvement, like, and it happens, and I want people to realize that. So just kind of generalizing it now. You know, when when you're going through something, no matter how extreme it could be, no matter how minor it could be, um, just remember that your problems, if they're major to you, they're major to you. Don't let someone tell you that, oh, you have such a small problem or whatever, that, like, like, don't let people do that to you. Whatever you feel, no, let me rephrase that. However you feel about your own issues, situations going on, things like that, they're valid. Your feelings are 100% valid. And, never let anyone tell you differently about that. Um, because, like I said, you have the right to feel however you want to feel about whatever you feel. Um, so that's a bit about my depression and everything that I went through with that to become the man I am today. Um, let's see. I want to make sure that I cover everything here, that so you guys can get to know me well, and you could see where I'm coming from with certain things. Um, let's see. I want to get into my passions a bit. So, as I've already stated before, I am huge on music. I am a humongous fan of music, and I just, like, music is just that girlfriend that I'm never gonna leave. Like, it's just so amazing. Everything about it, the process of making it, hearing it, experiencing it, feeling it. Everything about music is just blissful to me. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. So, music is that for me. I love making it. I love listening to it. Like I said, I love everything about it. I could go on for days on how much I love music. And I have a wide variety of tastes. Um, I'm not just hooked on only just like rap or jazz or rock or alternative, or I listen to it all. Like I can go from Kanye West to Elton John to Metallica to Tyler the Creator to Kid Cudi to I mean, God, I have so much. I have so many, like The Cure, um, Andrea Bocelli, Apex Twin. Um, I could go on. I could go on, but I just I really do love music, and it makes me feel good. It makes me just it makes me really just happy. There's no other way to describe it. And speaking of music, there was a lot of music that I listened to, which Tyler the Creator, Kanye West, Kid Cudi, just to name a top three for me that was very, very influential. Um, but those people helped me through my depression as well, and I am very thankful for them because like I said, it helped me so much in just like I said, in just me, and I can't be more grateful to have had music to help me get through my tough times. So like it was a very good experience to have that music in my life, and having that music and listening to it, it definitely inspired me to want to make music even more to help people because I said to myself, you know what? I want to do something. I want to make music or do anything creatively that can help people out or be there for them when they're going through tough times or when they need something to relate to or they need something to inspire them. I want to be that type of person for other people. I want to do what Kanye West did for me. I want to do what Kid Cudi did for me. I really want to do that for people. So, and look at where I'm at. I'm making a podcast, and hopefully, like I said, this can reach a mass audience and just inspire and help people out with whatever they might be dealing with, going through, or just like I said, or just have something to listen to. I want to be like your friend. I want to be that person that can help you out with anything or be there for you. Um, so, but back to my passions. So currently, I make music. If you haven't already, check out my SoundCloud. It is on my Instagram account, which if you're just listening from here, which you would probably come from my Instagram, but regardless of, my Instagram is will.I.ama11. So go on there. My SoundCloud is in the link in my bio. Check out my music. It's a lot of just instrumental. It's all instrumentals as of right now. Um, but I go from like hip hop beats to electronic because I love that synthesizer sound. I love like using like pads, bass, just any soundscapes, like any of that stuff. Like I love using synthesizers. So definitely check it out. Um, and and actually I'm gonna try to see as I'm speaking about this right now. I'm going to when I upload this podcast episode, I'm gonna put my music actually in there if I can manage to do that. So if you don't hear music, I couldn't figure it out. But if you do, it's gonna be I'm gonna leave it in the description of the video. Um, but it is gonna be one of my songs. Obviously for copyright reasons, I want to just use, but I'm gonna have something very relaxing, very cool. So if you do like relaxing, chill vibes, um, or just like I said, just hip hop beats, whatever, check out my SoundCloud. Link is in my bio of my Instagram. Um, So now moving forward from music, my second biggest passion is fashion. Haha, rhymes. So with fashion, it kind of came to me through my mother, actually, because let me tell you, before I started dressing the way I dress today, I would just wear cargo shorts and a t-shirt. I used to dress like my dad. It's very funny because my dad literally just wears cargo shorts and a t-shirt, or just jeans and a t-shirt, and like that's it. Mostly cargo shorts. And I obviously just caught on to that style, and I stuck to that. So if anyone ever sees a picture of younger me, I promise you a majority of them are just me wearing cargo shorts and a t-shirt. And I didn't have style back then. I didn't. But through time, my mom, she kind of helped me with that because she started to just dress me very nicely. So she would get me polos and say, hey, wear these jeans or wear these pants, preferably chinos, which I love. Chinos are great. And she started showing me the nicer side of fashion, which, was designer brands and just dressing certain ways for different things. And one brand that she put me onto, which is one of my favorite brands ever, is John Varvatos. John Varvatos is basically, he started off making suits exclusively, and then he jumped into like that rock inspired world, and now he makes, he still makes suits, but now he also makes like faded t-shirt, like faded t-shirts, jeans, boots, shoes. Like he makes it all now, but it's very rock inspired. Like you can go like through any decade, and like you can see where the inspiration comes from, and it's awesome. It fits my aesthetic very well, and I love it. It's good quality stuff. And so she put me onto him when I was younger. Well, yeah, like when I was first starting to get into like fashion and everything. And and it was very awesome. Like it was just like, whoa, like, so this is what I've been missing out on this whole time. Like, very nice clothing, very just, and it looked and it felt good. It made me feel good, and so sure. How do I say? Cannot English right now. Surely enough, I just became obsessed with fashion, and I loved all these types of clothing. So I would just begin to do my own research on all these designer brands. So I know a good majority of them. I love, and I definitely want to get there. But I try to, my inspiration for my type of style is, I'm very 80s inspired, rock inspired, futuristic sometimes, old school like greaser type stuff. I can do basically anything. That's what I love about my style. Like I can do anything. I'm not just stuck on one type of style. I can do pretty much whatever I need to fit what I'm feeling on that day. And and let me tell you, I make sure I handpick my outfits very carefully. Like I take my time to get ready. So I'm not just one of the guys that'll just be like, okay, throw on a shirt and jeans and shoes. Okay, let's go. No, I take my time. I make sure that I feel good in the outfit. I look good in the outfit. And once those two things are good, I'm good to go. I'll go anywhere in that outfit. So if you ever see me at a McDonald's, like I sometimes will look good. Like I will wear jeans and a shirt to go to McDonald's. Like I don't know what it is, but I have the need to feel like, hey, I feel like I feel good. I look good. Like, that's just me. Like that's just where I kind of stand on on like that fashion and everything. But yeah, it's awesome. It's really a great it's a great type of just thing to have. I love to look good wherever I go. That's just my whole thing. And so that's just me. But I would love to like make clothes. I would love to like be a part of some creative process with someone's company, or even work for some of these designer brands to at some point. Like it would be really, really great to do that because I have so many ideas when it comes to clothing and stuff, and I love it. I love it. And I definitely do want to say too, not everything is just about designer brands in the sense of like you have to go and buy from them, but thrifting is amazing too. I love thrifting. Thrifting is such a great thing. Like I really do love it. And let me tell you, I've found a lot of great things out of thrifting. Sometimes more than I would go to the mall and find things. I found cool jackets. I found cool jeans, shirts, all that stuff. Blazers. I love blazers a lot. And I found a Saint Laurent blazer for like $6, a Hugo Boss one for $6. But like I found these at Goodwill, and you wouldn't think they'd be at a Goodwill, but hey, like you get lucky sometimes, and that's the best part about going to some of these places that you get very lucky and you find amazing, amazing things. Um, another place I'm plugging them in is Fly Boutique. They're in Miami. Um, I've been there many times before. I've gotten some things from them, and they're awesome because if you are looking for the high end fashion um, thrifting experience, and even just accessories or anything too, because they even have like home stuff there. They have everything: sunglasses, jewelry, um, purses. Like they have it all, and like I said before, majority of it is higher fashion. So you are gonna find Gucci things there, Versace. You're going to find Givenchy. You're gonna find a lot of great things there. And I've bought from there, too. Like I said, and they're awesome. You could do layaway. Um, it's a really great experience. So shout out to them. And if you ever are in Miami, like in that area, do go check them out. It's such a vibe. It's a great place to be. It's super cool. The people are great there. So yeah, so shout out to them. Once again, they're called Fly Boutique. Um, so that's my whole thing with fashion though. I really love to look good, feel good, and hey, if I could be someone's stylist, like that'd be great too. Like I'd love to help people get into like, oh hey, what are you feeling today? Let me help you out with trying to pick out an outfit or whatever. Or like going to the mall with them being like, okay, well, like, I can help you try to like look what you're looking for type thing. I love it all. Any aspect of it, I love it. Art, I love art, like in the sense of like paintings and things like that. I can't paint from the life of me. I promise you, the only thing you're getting from me is stick figures. But I do love art. I love, I've been to the MoMA, and God, it was a beautiful, great experience. It was just so amazing. Uh, yeah, no, I love art. It's because there's so many different ways a person can see it, and they can see one thing, you see another thing, and that's what I love about art. It's all like, hey, what do you think about this? Like, what do you see it as? And it's a beautiful thing, and I'm really glad that we have art in this world because it has definitely set a lot of trends. It's set a lot of like just things to talk about, and there's been a lot of beautiful paintings because of it. Two of my favorite artists, one being Andy Warhol, and the other one being Bruce Nauman. I don't know how to say his last name, but those two are like my top two favorite artists. Andy Warhol is amazing. I love his like pop art. I believe it's called. I could be wrong. Forgive me if it is. But he's I don't know. I like that gritty hard look that he has. Like when he has one of like Marilyn Monroe, and you take someone that's like an icon and you give it that rougher look. I don't know. There's something about it that I really like about his style. Um, you can't forget the Campbell's soup, tomato soup paintings. Um, the one he has of like Elvis. He has the Last Supper, which is one of my favorite paintings by him actually. Um, Obviously, I know he recreated the Last Supper and did his own take on it, which was awesome. It was very very cool. But Andy Warhol is amazing. And then you have Bruce Newman, who basically he he does a lot of different things. He does structures, he does video, he does he does a lot of like very interesting things. One thing he's very noticeable for is I forgot the name of it, but it's something to the nature. It's something along the lines of like a hundred something, a hundred like something or die, because literally it's in the MoMA too. Like he had his own floor in the MoMA, which was awesome, you know. And this is how I actually found out about him. But basically, he has like this little wall kind of thing, and it just has all these lights, and it says all these different things, and at the end of it, it says or die. So it's like eat or die, sleep or die, live or die, laugh or die. Like it's just all these things that say or die, and and they light up at different times, and then sometimes like the whole thing will light up, and it's gorgeous, it's beautiful. And I mean, there's obviously just me and that connection with neon lights and just that whole 80s aesthetic type of thing too. So that's why I love, you know, that one in particular. He has a lot of things that make you think, okay, well, what is the purpose of this piece? What is the purpose behind this? And there's a lot. It's just a lot of cool things. It's I don't know. It's stuff that I've never seen before, but it's like I've never seen in my life until I saw that, and it's amazing. It's very very nice. It's super cool stuff. Yeah, and I can't wait to find more things out about him, and you know, but he's very awesome. But yeah, art is it's a very beautiful thing. It's something that I enjoy so much. So you know, whenever I get the chance again, I definitely would love to go like to an art museum. I've been to Art Basel actually, in you know, here in Miami, and it was really nice too. I went for a school field trip, um, and it was very nice. It was super cool, super fun. Would 100% do it again. But so that's my bit on art, and then movies. Movies are huge for me. This is another thing that my mom put me on to more of. We used to go on little like movie dates and everything. So we would like, okay, I'll pick a movie this time, you pick a movie another time, or let's both pick one out. And we go to the movie theaters and we watch movies. And I fell in love with that. Like I loved watching great cinematography. I just loved the meaning behind movies, how it made me feel, how it looked visually, how it just everything about it. You know, when I love something, I love everything about it. That's one thing you're gonna get to know about me. I love everything usually about what I love. I don't just love one or two things about it. I love everything about it. But yeah, movies are just super interesting. You know, it's such a creative way to like get a message across. You know, and there's a lot of great movies out there. There's just so many, and I can't wait to watch more. I've been watching a lot of movies. Like I have a lot of movies under my belt that I've seen, and but my favorite director of all time, hands down, you know, this is without a doubt, and I'm pretty sure if you've seen my Instagram stories, sometimes you can obviously tell who it is. But it's Quentin Tarantino. The way the way he does his movies are just so great because they're old. He shoots them in an old school way, so you know, like it gives you like that old school vibe, whether it just be the intro to the movie or um, just you know, with the crash shots that he has, which basically is like when they just zoom in really fast, which that was used actually. Fun fact about this was, you know, it was used in older movies to kind of emphasize like horror, like it was using like slasher films and stuff to emphasize like, oh my god, like they zoom in on the person's face when they're like screaming, and you know, so he kind of uses that to emphasize like humor or just like an important like moment. And I love that. Like it's a very old school thing, so I love that, you know. um, and he just has a lot of amazing soundtracks too. Let me say that very clearly. He has amazing soundtracks to his movies. It's amazing. Like I can't even I can't describe it other than amazing. It's just awesome. It's beautiful. He picks the right songs for his movies. It's great. And I love also just I know it's gonna sound crazy to just say out first, but like I love how unapologetically violent he is about his movies. Because yeah, you see the typical action movie, you can see people getting shot, you can see people, you know, getting killed and whatever, but his movies are like you take those action movies and put them on steroids and like, hey, you're seeing a super like real thing. Like, you're going to see heads cut off. You're going to see blood like everywhere. You're going to see like all these like crazy ass like like, oh my god, like, and there's sometimes where I've watched his movies and oh hey, my laptop is done updating. Um yeah, like you're definitely gonna see a lot of just crazy violence in his like all his movies are rated R. There's no movie that he has that's like PG-13 or PG. No, all his movies are rated R. And that's something that it's very it's just it's I like that. I like that the fact he has a quote where he basically says, in the Tarantino film, you have this expectation of, this and this and like the violence and all this types of stuff, whatever. And he's like basically like, you don't go to a Metallica concert and tell the fuckers to turn it down, turn the music down. And it's so true. Like, you can't tell Tarantino to not put the violence, to not put, these crazy things in his movies, because that's him. That is his style of shooting, and that's just how he is. And he's super successful because of it, like, and I admire that. But yeah, pretty much all his movies. I gotta rewatch Jackie Brown because I fell asleep watching it because I was up with a friend like at 3 in the morning. We had gone to McDonald's and stuff, and we were watching it, but man, like I became super tired, and we both fell asleep. We're like, yeah, let's call it a night. But I gotta rewatch that one. I gotta finish watching Reservoir Dogs, and I believe that's literally it. Yeah, I've watched every other Tarantino movie, and I love them all. They're amazing. Like I really do love them. My favorite one though, probably, it's definitely a hard choice, but it would probably have to be it's such a hard, like, I really do love all his movies. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood for me just did it. I don't know what it was, but it was so visually pleasing, and it was just a really great way to retell 69 Hollywood. Put a happier ending on it, versus what actually happened. Um, for the people that don't know what I'm talking about, basically, like you have the not Marilyn Manson. I want to make sure that yeah, no, not Marilyn Manson. Wasn't okay. You know what? I don't want to sound dumb, but the Manson murders. Just let's leave it there because, um, yeah, just that. Yeah, like the Manson murders and everything, um, and just things like that. Like Sharon Tate, unfortunately passing away because of that, and so he kind of took like that whole year, like the whole like era, the 69 Hollywood, and he just remade it with his. It was like he said a love letter to 69 Hollywood, so and that's basically what it is. It's just his own touch on it and everything, and he uses real people like in that time and everything. And Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt did an amazing job, like being like a great duo with each other. Um, Margot Robbie did amazing too. Everyone did a great job in the movie, and I love it so much. And yeah, no, like it was really great. Um, and then you have Kill Bill, you have Inglorious Bastards, you have The Hateful Eight, you have Django Unchained, you have Pulp Fiction, like a classic. Like he just makes such good movies, and I'm so happy that I found out about him. Like he's awesome. Um, in other movies too, like I've seen other like Blade Runner 2049 and the first Blade Runner too. Actually, both were very beautifully visually pleasing movies. And I like that cyberpunk type of vibe, sci-fi futuristic type of thing. So I did enjoy those movies a lot. Soundtracks were amazing for that too. Hans Zimmer is a really great composer for movie soundtracks. Kudos to him, man. He knows what he's doing. Um, and who else? I mean, yeah, there's so many good movies out there. La La Land was a great movie. Even though despite people saying, "Oh, it was a musical and this and that," no, like it was really good. I enjoyed it all the way through, and it hit hard. Those last 20 minutes of that movie hit very hard. Like I don't want to spoil anything, but it's like you think it's going one way and it just goes a complete opposite way, and you're just like, "Yo, what did my mind just experience?" Like it's nuts. But very beautiful movie too. God, I mean, Straight Outta Compton was a great movie too. Like I even have a Compton hat in my room because I was so obsessed with it. Like NWA is an amazing music group. Um, that was it was a great movie. Such just so real, so raw, and just hey, this is what happened. Like it was awesome. Um, what's another like good movie? I mean, American Psycho. God, Christian Bale, he killed it. Literally, literally, and I did pun intended, pun intended on that one. But he killed it. He did really good. I'm so happy that I watched that movie. Like, it's a great movie. It has great songs in it too. Like it's awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of great '80s movies that I love too, like Breakfast Club, classic. Um, Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Um, there's like another one that like I really enjoyed. It was from the '80s. I'm trying to think. What was it called? I can't think of it. This is gonna bother me. If I figure it out, I'll name it eventually. Oh, there we go. Dirty Dancing. I love Dirty Dancing. Yeah, like, call me corny, whatever you want. I don't care. Dirty Dancing is awesome, and very cute romantic movie. Yeah, no, like there's just so many great movies out there. You know, I'm gonna definitely try to I'm gonna try to implement all these things, by the way, too, like implement little like things about movies and music and fashion, whatever, into my podcast. So do keep out for that. Um, there's like this little thing on my phone. Yeah, no, it's a very beautiful world with just art, art in every way, shape, and form. And I'm really glad that I am the way I am, and um, I do enjoy, um, these things because, or I don't. It's not that I even just I like them. I love them. Like I can deeply appreciate art, and I'm very grateful for that because it's just something that, though I feel like if we didn't have art in life, I don't think we'd be able to live. Like that's how big I am on that. Like I don't think we'd be able to live without art. I think it's so necessary to have in this world because it brings happiness. It can make you feel anything. Like it's so beautiful to know that something you create can make people feel like so many different ways about it. And um, but yeah, so that was a very long segment of just my likes and interests and stuff like that. I want to see if there's anything else I want to get out there to you all. Yeah, so just like with the podcast in general, I just kind of want to generalize back to the podcast. Enough about myself. So like I said before, I want to just make this a nice, safe environment for people. I want this to be something relaxing, something funny, good times, like, um, and so I want people to, um, I want people to know, like, with this, like I said, things are going to be improving. I'm going to figure out, things, here and there, trial and error, um, but I'm going to definitely find a way to have people come on to my podcast and we talk together about different things, stuff like that. I'm gonna find a way to, like I said, have video implemented of me because I feel like it's more personal, things like that. And Yeah, like a lot of things are gonna be coming. A lot of things are gonna be coming soon to this. I'm very excited to be doing this. It's like I said, it's something that I want to do for a long time, and I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna figure out a lot of cool things, and and hopefully I do get the audience. I reach a good amount of people, even if it's 50 people listening to this, like, or even 10. Like it's a great point for me because at least I know people are listening, and I want people to just like have just something to put on to, like, on in the background, when they're doing work or when they're cooking or just doing whatever, taking a walk, like, or if you're bored, like, you can have this to listen to. um, yeah, like I said, I'm going to be creating a lot more. I'm just, that's just me. So I'm going to be finding out many different things to implement on to this podcast. Um, I definitely want to, like I said, implement art into here some way, shape, or form. I'm gonna try to reach out to just different people and try to see if they can help me create certain little things for it, like maybe like a logo, um, different things like that, like, and I'm gonna get into so many more different things as time goes by, as the audience grows and everything. So I definitely wanna definitely want to put that out there. Um, let's see, is there anything else that I want to get into? Trying to think. Trying to think. I mean, I pretty much got everything mostly out of the way for, I guess you could say, this first episode. Um, I mean, like I said, just to kind, I guess, just to kind of add on more to what I said before about what I'm going to be doing. Like, I'm gonna just take, what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to take topics for each episode I do and just have them, kind of laid out so I know what I'm going to talk about and everything. And just talk about, like I said, things about life, things that we go through as young adults, and just humans in general. Um, I also want to do like requests, like if there's any questions that you may have, any topics you want me to talk about. Like, I'm open to all of that. Like, this, I want this to be something where, if you want me to talk about something, or explain something, or if it's about me, if it's about the world, if it's about, like I said, a certain topic or whatever, I want to definitely talk about it. So please, if you do have any suggestions on what I should talk about, if you have any questions for me, anything like that, please do send me a DM, or comment on my video and do it. Like, I'm definitely going to try to implement like my audience into my podcast. Like, I want to create that, like, bond with you all. So yeah, like, I definitely wanna make that happen. It's gonna be very interactive, very fun. Trust me, we're gonna have a besides getting into deep conversations about life and giving advice and help and everything. We're definitely gonna be doing a lot of we're gonna have a lot of fun here too. We're definitely gonna do that. So like I just like I said, quick little. I guess I could wrap it up here. We're almost reaching an hour. um, and they might get longer. Some episodes might be longer than others or whatever. But with time, I'll figure it all out. But I'm very, like I said, I'm very happy to be doing this. This is a great start to something new, and I'm here for you all. I'm here to answer. Like I said, I'm here to answer any questions, give advice, give help. If you want it to be anonymous or not, like, let me know. And I really do hope that I do good with this podcast, in the sense that I can reach the people that I want to reach, and just like I said, help people out, inspire them, make them feel good, have a good laugh, or just really enjoy hearing about just many different things. Um, you know, I also, I don't like to just always force people to like do these things or whatever, but it would be very, very appreciated if you tell your friends, tell your family, or just whoever, tell your mom, tell your dog, tell whoever you want about this podcast. Just spread word. It'd be very, very appreciated if you could do so. Um, like I said, just to get the audience going and everything, and just see, what I can talk more of about. And just like I said, I want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly, and I want to, I want to make sure that, like I said, I'm giving you guys good content. Um, so, spread the word, tell everyone you know. And yeah, like I said, this is going to be something very great for me to do. Hopefully, great for everyone listening. And yeah, I mean, I think that's about it. I think I can definitely wrap up the episode there. Already, yeah, we're at an hour. Um, so I want to thank you all again for kicking it back with me, for coming onto this episode today. Um, and like I said, if any of you need to reach out to me for whatever reason, shoot me a DM. If you want my phone number, I will give it to you. Um, I could do text, phone call, FaceTime, whatever you want. And yeah, so definitely do expect to see more podcast related things on my Instagram page. I'm gonna try to just like promote it a bit more on there, obviously. And then follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, obviously, to get more episodes that are going to be coming soon. And yeah, like I said, thank you again all for listening. It's been fun kicking it back with you, and I hope you enjoyed kicking it back with me. My name is William. I'm signing off. Peace out.